Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Martians and aliens. We're not speciesists on this channel. Everybody's welcome. My name's Alan, and welcome to Mars, the second Genesis. And this is another X3D episode. The images we're going to be looking at today were taken on Sol 78 by the Perseverance rover. So without further ado, let's cock your eyes and let's jump over to Mars. Now guys, if you are serious about anomaly hunting, I would recommend the panoramas from Sol 78. Boy, are you in for a treat. This image was taken from one of the panoramas, and it was quite a long way off from the rover, so they are a wee bit fuzzy, like the rest of NASA's images. Trust me guys, these anomalies are astounding. Okay, so let's take a wee look at this. Now at first glance, you would think these are rocks. That's at first glance. Let's take a wee look. This one here at the back and this one here at the front is the main two anomalies. But everything around here is just amazing. What I'll do is I'll start with a full pan of the image, and then we'll go into a wee bit more detail, zoom in, and I'll show you the CGI sand and how these structures are all linked. I believe what we're looking at here is the top of some structures buried in CGI sand. NASA's CGI sand. Yes, NASA, you have failed miserably at convincing us this is rocks buried in the sand. I'll pan from left to right and you can have a wee look at what's here. Pretty cool, eh? Okay, let's take a wee inventory of the bit at the back. Now, if you look at this shape, we've got a hole here. Look at this bit at the back. It just looks too square to be natural, and it isn't natural. And look at the other shapes in this bit. It's got a slot in it. Then we look at the front piece. If you look at the top, we seem to have three pieces here at the top. It seems to have a round piece on the top with a couple of wee slots in it, and this white piece. And then we've got this kind of scroll looking thing that curves round. And just look at the shape of it. And this piece here, I think this is where the wee Martians go in. Looks like a doorway. But it definitely is hollow because you can see the sand on the inside. And this is part of it as well. I'll show you this sand separate and you'll realise why I'm saying this is part of the same thing. Now look at the back how this curves round, and you can see it's just shaped like the top of a building. Look at this circular looking piece. Get that circular looking piece, and we've got this here. Now if these were single bits in the image, you probably wouldn't pay much attention to it, but collectively, the way it's laid out, yeah, this is a structure. Get this wee arch piece, and we've got this straight piece coming up. See that with two bits coming down. Now the sand, you can see here the way this comes down. It just cries out CGI sand. So we'll see that in a whole lot more detail in a minute. So this is the enhancement to show the sand as best I could. Let's take a wee closer look at this, shall we? Now if you look, you can see the way that curves round. It's showing the shape of what's below it. And you can see that this is part of that. I've got a hard corner here. Let's zoom out. And you can see this part here is part of this. We'll zoom in here. Let's look at this. You can see this here. It's all part of the one thing. And the way it comes down. And all these pieces is just peeking through the CGI sand. But you can see the actual shape of this. And you can see all this here. It's part of this. See the way it all flows. Look at this piece here. If you look at it as a whole, I'll just pan through. You can actually see this is all one structure. And you can see it pretty clearly in the sand. These pieces here. That looks really cool. So guys, you can let me know in the comments what you think, but this is a pretty cool find, and if you think this is good, I've got tons more like this. And I know they're a wee bit fuzzy, but there's some amazing architecture. And that wraps up this week's episode. As usual, you can let me know in the comments what you think. But this is a pretty cool find, and I've got lots more where this came from. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.